So little ass Terence Crawford is calling out Errol Spence for a fight, and all of y'all biting the bait. Terence Crawford jump up on social media, and he's like, Errol Spence, you know, come out of your panties and come face me. Yet Terence Crawford is once again, we ain't hearing him calling out Sean Porter. We're not hearing him call out Keith Thurman. We're not hearing him call out Danny Garcia. He just focused on Errol Spence. And y'all saying Aaron Spence, he not afraid to face Terence. He just not confident. Look, man, you got to be stupid to think that Errol Spence is not confident of beating Terence Crawford. Errol Spence would beat Terence Crawford. I've said it over and over again that Terence Crawford is still too small for these true welterweights. I keep on saying it over and over and over again. I cited examples where Floyd Mayweather didn't face true welterweights. I mean, he did face Carlos Baldomir, but he was old ass and slow as fuck, right? You're talking about an athletic, fast, skilled southpaw in Terence Crawford. In Errol Spence. Okay? He's a true welterweight. Actually, he's not even a welterweight. He's a super welterweight. Okay? Y'all talk about a good big man will beat a good little man. Well, this is the case right here. This is the case right here. All right? Terence Crawford's not going to face Errol Spence next. He's just doing that to promote the fight. His little ass can't handle an Errol Spence. He can't handle an Errol Spence right now. All right? Y'all need to understand boxing. Sean Porter would run through Terence Crawford and take his WBO title. I'm telling you. He would take it. All the skill and all that bullshit don't mean shit. He would take it from him. Okay? There is a difference. In this case, until Terence Crawford gets stronger, he's building his strength, don't get me wrong. But until he gets stronger, he's not ready to tangle with these boys. That's why he's facing Gavaliauskas next. When Bob Arum is comfortable and he thinks that Terence Crawford is ready, he'll put him in there. Bob Arum is the factor that's keeping all of this from happening. Bob Arum is the one that don't want Sean Porter to face Terence Crawford. Bob Arum is the one that put it out in the media and then had the interview with Max Kellerman. And Max Kellerman was trying to get Sean Porter not to say that he wanted to face Terence Crawford. He wanted to make everybody think that Sean Porter is lesser than he really is. That he can't be a world champion. That he can't beat these big dogs. Bob Arum's behind that. He don't want little ass Terence Crawford to get run over by Sean Porter. All his pound for pound status and all that shit would go down the drain. Y'all drinking Kool-Aid. Y'all are on the Kool-Aid. Sean Porter gives problems to every single fighter, but all of a sudden Terence Crawford, no, he'll handle him better than the rest. What has he done in welterweight to prove that? Who has he beaten? You know levels to boxing. You know the elite boxers make fights different. We saw it with Triple G. Triple G fighting B level, B minus level, C plus level, C level, D level fighters. He looked great. Terence Crawford fight B level, B minus level, C plus level, C level, D level fighters. He looked great. Y'all buy into the fucking hype. Right? At welterweight, the highest level he has faced so far is B level. And that was Amir Khan. And Amir Khan, who's punch drunk, he gets knocked out all the time. All right? So all of y'all fight fans are like, we hope that Errol fight Terence. We hope that Errol fight Terence. If Errol fights Terence, he's going to beat him. Okay? He's going to beat him. Up as well. He's going to beat him up. It's too small. What do you guys not understand about this? He too small. He ain't Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather didn't face this kind of challenges. He not Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's acclimatized to welterweight. Floyd was acclimatized to welterweight when he took on those things. He ain't them. And they still took time to be acclimatized. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. This is not about Errol Spence being an Errol Spence fan or a Terence Crawford fan. This is just the truth. Bob Arum be spinning this narrative as if Terence Crawford is better than all the other welterweights in the division. Only Errol Spence is worthy. Fuck out of here with that shit. If you really a real thing, then you will face one of them guys. Face Danny Garcia. Terence, face Danny. Face Danny. Okay, Danny's might be occupied with Errol. Okay, I'll face Ugas. Ugas is one-dimensional. He's slow as fuck. You should be able to handle him. Face Ugas. Throw him in there with a Lipinets. Come on, man. Face somebody, man. Face somebody. O'Brien Tabline, shout out to you, bro. Your message was retracted. I don't know why. I was about to read your message. Face somebody. Smash that like button if you agree, if you like what you're hearing. Face somebody, man, but you ain't facing nobody right now. You ain't facing nobody. Your whole entire welterweight experience has been against no peoples, no namers. Amir Khan's your only name, and Amir Khan is worse than Kell Brook. I don't even know. And then people want to say, oh, Kell Brook shot. What the fuck was Amir Khan? What the fuck was Amir Khan? Oh, he shouldn't face Kell Brook. Man, shut the fuck up. If you faced Amir Khan, you could face Kell Brook. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Bob Arum be spinning this narrative as if Kell Brook don't want to face Terence Crawford. Stop it, man. Stop that bullshit. If you want him to be eating bums from garbage cans, then do so, Bob Arum, until you think he's ready. But until then, stop with the bullshit. We're not buying it no more. All right, this guy's being protected. Right? Same Triple G narrative. Oh, they don't want to fight me. Oh, they don't want to fight me. Kell Brook been saying he want to fight you. Oh, but you don't want to face Kell Brook, though. Oh, yeah, no, you don't want to face Kell Brook. Then y'all twist the narrative as if Kell Brook don't want to face him. Man, it's bullshit. O'Brien Tablet says, I believe what you said in that. I hope Errol fights him not too long. Don't worry about it. 2020's coming. Errol's going to face him unless he ducks Errol. Which he could do because of Bob Arum. Crawford forgot Gamboa's punch that hit him is lighter than Errol. Shh. Man, Errol going to walk his little ass down. He going to walk his little ass down. He just a little precocious dude. He not ready for them big boys. All right? 2020, hopefully he get ready. Strength and conditioning coach should boost up his strength and all of that. But he ain't ready for them kids. He not ready for them. And all the skills that they talk about, he switch hit. He boxed a little bit good. But he do a lot of things that people will be on to his rhythm with. Because he has a rhythm. Errol don't have no fucking rhythm. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think y'all understand. Errol don't have no rhythm for you to pick on. All right? What you saw Sean Porter do to Errol, that Terence Crawford got a totally different style. O'Brien Tabland, shout out to Just K. Salute and greetings to what you need. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, brother. Yeah, as I said before, you know, it looks simple, but it ain't easy. All right? All them guys be looking at Terence Crawford like food right now. They be looking at him like food. Yeah, he good, but you food. You just entered the welterweight division. They're looking at him like food. The only reason they ain't doing nothing with him is because Bob Arum across the pond. But they're going to make it happen. You see Sean Porter starting going up on ESPN. His goal, I thought, was to say that he was going to talk about Terence Crawford. And Sean Porter was like, yeah, bring up the Terence Crawford. He said, I just need to talk with Terence Crawford first before I can do, you know, because he couldn't be premature. He couldn't say, I want to face Terence. But he should have said it. He should have said, man, I want to face Terence Crawford. Of course, I want that fight. If I can't get the Errol Spence fight, the rematch, I want that fight. He should have just said it straight. And said, you know what, I still need to talk to Terence Crawford about it to see if he will allow it. But, yeah, of course I want to fight. He didn't say definitively like that. He kind of bucked on it, which was stupid. You roll up on ESPN and everything. You're supposed to let people know what it is you want, you know, because you're saying, I want to face all the champions. I want another strap. So if I can't get a strap from Errol, I want to get a strap from Terence or Pacquiao. That's what he should have said, but he didn't say that. That's what he should have said, though. Shout out to everybody. Don't forget to smash that like button. So I'm just saying, Terence Crawford is punking Errol Spence right now. Errol Spence right now it might be facing Danny Garcia next. It looks more than likely that's what's going to happen. Danny Garcia is a super lightweight that came up to welterweight. All right? Errol Spence faced Mikey Garcia, shut his little ass out. Okay? He shut his ass out. You know what I'm saying? Shut him out. Right? He gonna face now Danny Garcia. If he shuts out Danny Garcia, I'm telling you, Danny Garcia gonna get an ass whooping for the last 2 rounds. The championship rounds of the fight, he gonna get an ass whooping. All right, from Errol Spence. I guarantee you that. Now, after he's done the ass whooping treatment to the little guy who came up in weight, and Danny Garcia, he's strong. He's like a 154 pounder. He's stronger than Terence right now. Okay, he's real strong. And he's still gonna get an ass whooping from Errol Spence. Okay? Why? Because not only styles make fights, but also you coming up in weight and you gonna beat Errol Spence. Come on, man. Sean Porter was coming down in weight. Okay? Kell Brook was a bona fide welterweight. All right? Kell Brook was able to do what he did to Errol Spence early on because Kell Brook is a bona fide fucking welterweight. And still, Errol Spence was breaking him down as the fight go on. He was coming back and getting the advantage. He probably wouldn't have stopped Kell Brook if Kell Brook's eyes didn't get damaged by Errol Spence's punch, by the way. Right? But if Kell Brook was good, he was going to ride through the storm in the middle rounds and then coming down to the end, which was the 11th round, I think Errol Spence stopped him. He would have made it all the way to the finish line. He would have still got beat, but he would have made it to the finish line, right? Them is big-ass welterweights, man. All right? And there's only like a few fighters in boxing who could do what Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao do and Pernell Whitaker do. And I'm telling you, Terence Crawford is none of them guys. He ain't Pacquiao, he ain't Whitaker, and he ain't Floyd. Okay? He doesn't have that light and quick reflexes and light and quick speed. All right? He do certain things that betray what he going to do next. Okay? He does certain things to tell you that he's getting hurt. He telegraphs certain punches. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you guys know there are certain things that he does that lets people know what he's going to do next. All right? He's not those guys. He's Terence Crawford. He damn good, but I think a bit overhyped right now. Till he do something at welterweight. Now, all his accomplishments before were well and good, but this is a different set of fighters he's dealing with. All of these fighters have remarkable resumes as like himself. All of them. Okay? Danny Garcia has an incredible resume. People trying to talk down Danny Garcia's resume, but Terence Crawford's resume is better? Are you fucking kidding me? It's not better than Danny Garcia's. Keith Thurman's resume is better than Terence Crawford. And Terence Crawford went through 3 divisions. And Keith Thurman's resume is better than Terence Crawford. Keith Thurman got guys with experience behind him. Guys with championship experience behind him. How many fighters does Terence Crawford have that has that? Ricky Burns, Yurkus Gamboa, and who else? Nobody else. Okay? All the other guys, they got the experience after facing Terence Crawford, or they had their first defense against Terence Crawford. Let's be real. All right? Errol Spence fought a multi-weight champion in Danny Garcia. Sorry, in Mikey Garcia. All right? He fought a champion who had multiple defenses in Kell Brook, who was considered the number 1 welterweight at the time. Okay? And then he faced also now Sean Porter, a multi-time world champion, and a guy who faced everybody. Okay? That's who Errol Spence faced. Now tell me who Terence Crawford faced throughout his whole fucking entire career, besides Yurkus Gamboa, who was a multi-weight champion at featherweight and super featherweight, right? Undefeated in both areas. And Ricky Burns, who was a long-reigning world champion, long-reigning. He had about 5 defenses, right? Other than that, who else he faced? Nobody. Ricky Burns goes on to become multi-weight champion after, showing what he was really made of. And still, he's not nobody special, really. He's not a Danny Jacob. He's not a what the fuck am I talking? He's not Danny Garcia that Errol's about to face. He's not a Sean Porter. He's not a Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Burns good, but he not like that. He's not a high roller. And Ricky Burns, he ain't all that now. It's all good, but it is what it is. All right? That's it. That's his 2 marquee wins. Ray Beltran wasn't a champion. He became a champion after and then got beat by Jose Jose, the Puerto Rican dude, which I just can't remember his surname right now. So it is what it is. Two names are just coming in front of me for reasons unknown to you. Right? You can't talk about these. Terence Crawford resume is good. Don't get me wrong. Solid guys. He became undisputed. He beat world champions. All that. But it ain't even in the status of these dudes. Right? It's not in the status of these dudes. But he somehow is better than them. Come on, man. Come on. Stop the punking, man. Stop punking Errol Spence. You're trying to keep yourself relevant. You're trying to make a fight. You sound like Victor Ortiz trying to punk Mikey Garcia into getting a fight. That's what it sounds like. You're trying to promote a fight, but you ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Just K says, salute and greetings. What you need. Poopy Sister says, does Dougie Fisher love Mayweather as a fighter? Yeah, he don't particularly take to Mayweather's style. He said that in a column on The Ring. He don't particularly take to his style. Just K, #facts. Just K. Garcia was a beast at 140. Yeah, Danny is a bad boy. And he's still a bad boy. He got some losses, but he's a bad boy. O'Brien Tabline says, that's what I laughed about. And what he said on TMZ. He said his resume is better than Errol's. I hope that Aram kid got a wake-up call from anybody from the PBC stable. Man, trust me, man. Terence need to, I know he chirping, but sometimes you get what you want, and when you get what you want, wasn't exactly what you expected. It looked easy from the outside. All right? It looked easy from the outside. He talking about how Errol Spence's food. Man, Ninja, shut your little ass up. Sit down. Errol getting that work, piece his ass up. And again, Terence Crawford will probably get pieced up in the middle rounds, and to the later rounds, he gonna get his ass. He gonna get beat the fuck down by Errol Spence in the later rounds, somewhere around 11, 12. He gonna get. That's when the chickens come to roost. But you see, these guys talk. They talk. He's chirping and shit. He wanted to fight. Okay. You gonna get the fight. They gonna come. Next year, for sure, it's gonna come. Because Errol's trying to collect all the belts, right? So, yeah, it don't come. Big facts. O'Brien Tablet, yeah. More power to you, man. I salute your boxing logic. Some things people say in boxing, I'll just be sitting down watching like, I don't understand. How can you say that this dude is a terror for the division and they're ducking him, but he's fighting duds? Okay? He's got guys he can face, but instead of facing those dudes, he's fighting a mandatory, a dud. A guy named Kavaliauskas. They call him the Mean Machine. Oh, wow. I'm so quaking in my boots. You got Sergey Lipinets that want to face him. I'm not hearing nothing about that. Kell Brook want to face him. I'm not hearing nothing about that. You got Dennis Ugas. There are no offers made. Oh, we made offers. People can say all kinds of shit. They can say, oh, we made offers to this one and we made offers to that one. We don't know what you made. As far as I'm concerned, Bob Arum want to keep it in-house. He want Kavaliauskas. That's what you're going to be facing next, Terence Crawford. So shut your little ass down. Do what you got to do. Get it done with Kavaliauskas. And then because you ain't want no Errol Spence fucking fight. You can't make no Errol Spence fight. You facing Kavaliauskas. What's all this talk about panties and all that shit? Then you try. Notice Errol's not even responding to him. You know why Errol's not responding to him? Because he's not worth Errol's time. Errol's not even going to waste his time with him until Errol's ready to turn his attention to Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford said something about the calves and stuff. He got a conversation with the guy in his camp about that. He got nothing from Errol Spence. Errol Spence said nothing to him. You know why? Because Errol Spence don't have the time to waste on this dude. He said 2020, we're going to be facing each other. That's when we're going to face each other. Till then, you can say whatever you want to say, buddy. It don't mean nothing to me. I'm not even taking you on until I have a fight with you and it's set. Right? When we get in the ring, I'm going to deal with your ass. But until then, and I'm not saying that I'm not saying this to say that Errol Spence is the be all and end all. I'm not an Errol Spence fan like that. I'm not really high on him. I'm just looking at the size of Errol Spence, the boxing IQ of Errol Spence. Say what you want. You know, Sean Porter, I had winning 114, 113, 7 rounds to 5. It was a close ass fight. That's what I'm trying to say. So with all that Sean Porter did, Errol made adjustments. He didn't make all the adjustments he was supposed to make, but he made adjustments. And he got Sean Porter down. He made him touch the canvas. He buckled his ass. All right. Now I understand. Sean Porter is a guy nobody knocks out. Nobody really drops. Adrian Broner, the only guy that, other than that, I think that dropped him. You know, I don't think anybody else dropped him. Right? It's Adrian Broner, and now Errol Spence. That's a rare league to be in. Okay. And the fact that Errol Spence kept that fight close, in spite of everything that Sean Porter was doing, tells you how good Errol Spence is. Whether you think that he won the fight or not, he kept himself in the fight. Okay? And when he couldn't handle Sean Porter getting past his jab, he knew that he could fight, he could end fight. So he was like, okay, we're going to handle it on the inside then. Right? Just K says, when you're with Aram, you fight who Bob wants you to fight. For sure. For sure. You have no fucking saying nothing. It's plantation up in there. Just K says, Porter's a difficult fight for anyone. Shh. Duh. Especially this Porter. This Porter is smarter. This Porter is more accurate. This Porter is, he comes with a game plan to throw you off. Beautiful, beautiful. A lot really very skilled fighter, by the way. Got a wider range of skills. He's just honing them now. You know? So Terence Crawford, you know, they're saying, well, Terence Crawford will keep him on the end of his jab. No, he won't. No, he won't. Ain't nobody keeping Porter at the end of their jab. You know why? Because Porter knows how to get past the jab. Just K says exactly. I saw a different Porter in this fight, less reckless. Yeah, it was a defensive slip that made him get knocked down. That was he knows what he did wrong. I saw it from the get-go. He dropped his guard and got tagged. All fight he was keeping his guard up, but that's the thing with Porter. Porter mentally slips at certain points in the fights. That's how he got hit with the left hook. He usually gets hit with the left hook, by the way. He got hit with the left hook with Adrian Broner. He got hit with the left hook with Keith Thurman. He got hit with the left hook now with Errol Spence. He also got hit with the left hook with Danny Garcia. He lapses at times in fights and drops his guard. And he needs to keep his guard tight at all times. He needs to stay focused and dial in at all times. And because he was beating Errol Spence in that round, he was having the round of his life. He lapsed in concentration for a minute. O'Brien Tablan says, I hope Pac-Man gives Errol a chance. Win or lose to both of these guys, they'll make an epic match because of them, because they're warriors. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be definitely fan pleasing if you have Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence, and Errol Spence will make sure it's pleasing. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, like I said, I fancy Pacquiao's chances against Errol Spence, not because I don't think that Errol will win. Errol definitely could win that fight easy, right? He could, no, what I mean easy, it's not going to be an easy fight. But what I mean by that is Errol has the skills to be able to win that fight, especially after facing Sean Porter. However, he's going to have to make a lot of adjustments to his game to be able to deal with a Manny Pacquiao, because Pacquiao is a little bit more, I think, crafty, a little bit more sly, a little bit more tricky, a hell of a lot faster than Sean Porter, and Sean Porter is very fast. And I think Pacquiao is a guy that's much more accurate than Sean Porter. So when he goes weak side and he starts throwing those combinations, shit, you could get knocked out. You could just drop just like that. And it had nothing to do with how strong you are. It's just how he catches you on the offbeat. He comes in at a weird angle, you know, with a lot of speed. And his punches are not excessively hard, but they just catch you at a time when you're not expecting it. And so you drop. Now, to Thurman's problem, Pacquiao picked up on Thurman's rhythm, moving backwards. He picked up on Thurman's rhythm. He wasn't able to do it to the rest of the fight because Thurman varied his rhythm, as well as he was able to roll those punches and pivot. And I'm going to demonstrate. So that's why Pacquiao wasn't as successful. And again, Thurman, this always happens in fights. When you have success in the fight and the fight is going your way, you can lapse in concentration and get tagged. It happened to Floyd. It happened to a lot of people. You have to stay dialed in 100% all the way through a fight. So let me demonstrate. One second. Put this. I'm in the orthodox stance. Turn on the light. Oh shit, I might have to go use. Let me just go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys. I might have to turn your phone sideways. You turn my phone sideways like this. Alright, in the orthodox stance. So you're here, whatever stance you have, it doesn't matter. If a guy like, so Keith Thurman, he did something like this, right? At first, he backed off against Pacquiao, and then what he did was he just pivoted, and then he skipped back. 1, 2, right? He went, right? That's what he did. Pacquiao was able to time that because he saw Keith Thurman do it a couple times. Back off, pivot, and move back, right? So he saw that, and therefore he cut. He did a beeline. He didn't come straight at Thurman. He came sideways. So if I'm southpaw, right, and you decide to go that way, so you pivot and you're going that way, I'm going to attack you here. I'm going to come at you at a beeline. I'm going to come at you at an angle. Okay? So when he realized what was happening, Pacquiao came in this way. Okay? He didn't come straight. He didn't follow Keith Thurman here and then turn and then go that way. No. He instead cut an angle on him and came in this way. Because he cut an angle on him, as Keith Thurman was going straight back, he realized, and he tried to pull back like this. But the angle at which Pacquiao was coming was a different angle. So Pacquiao lunged in. He lunged in this way. He went boom to the body. He's lunging in, okay, and then he came over the top with the right hand. But he's lunging in, coming that way. But he did it so quickly. Keith Thurman wasn't used to the speed at which he was coming that Keith Thurman got tagged. But Keith Thurman, what he was supposed to do was, as he's backing off this way, he was supposed to pivot again, right? He was supposed to do like this, not rock back this way, but actually he was supposed to pivot away like this. And Pacquiao's right hand, his body shot would have missed, and his right hand would have gone over it. And if he check hooked him while he was pivoting, boom, he would have sent Pacquiao into the ropes. That's what Floyd did. But you have to have the timing. See, his footwork. So if a guy's coming at me at an angle this way, he's coming in this way, right? Right? I could pivot into the shot. It's timing. I gotta lean back, right? I gotta lean back like this, and then pivot. So I gotta go like that. He's coming, and then I wait. I go like this, and I go and he'll blow by me. All right, so that's what was supposed to happen. Keith Thurman started pivoting, but he didn't check hook Pacquiao as Pacquiao was coming in on him. So he was able to pivot, just in case Pacquiao wanted to come in on him. Errol Spence would do something like that with Sean Porter, but Porter would sometimes double up his right hands and stuff like that. So he would still catch He still catch Errol. It's just how surprisingly quick these guys can be. And Sean can do a lot more because Sean can infight. Pacquiao doesn't infight. So Sean can bob and weave coming at you, right? He can bob and weave coming at you. He can slip a shot. So you coming at him, he slip it right here, right? And then he change level, shotgun jab. All right, that's one of the things Sean do. Sometimes Sean will, you come in here, he catch him hell. Spear jab. What do you do? Spear jab up, down low, to the body. All right? So they're all little things. There's lots of stuff that Sean do. Sean sometimes dip down below, or sometimes he go like this, dip. Just walk into you like this. There's bob and weave. There's keep it tight and come in, right? Then there's dip. He's dipping. Just in case you might be wanting to do this. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. You might try to, he'll be dip, he dip. Same thing Derevyanchenko was doing, right? You had Gennady Golovkin, he was doing like this, ha ha ha, right? Gennady Golovkin would throw the jab, ha ha ha. Then, of course, the anchor punch, ha ha ha. Now, normally I hit the guy in his head, and that would be it. But now with Derevyanchenko was like, ha 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 ha. So he would come from down low, up, ha ha. Okay? And he's dipping and moving. And he's not just dipping and moving, he's dipping and pivoting. So he would come, hoo, ha. See? So here's Gennady Golovkin coming in, or coming in off an angle. Okay, coming in off an angle. Derevyanchenko, when you see that anchor punch coming, he dip below it. Since this guy's coming to me this way, or he's coming to me this way, what do? I go under, pivot, so I'm pivot to the side. Under, all right, under, pivot. Now I'm in position as he's falling in. Ha! Watch it. So it come like this. Ha! Right? Ha! Ha! As I'm coming up. Ha! 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 Use his jab as well. So it's that kind of stuff that was going on. I wish I could demonstrate it a little bit more. My movements are a lot more exaggerated, not as accurate as they should be. So you have to excuse me, but I got the general idea. Unfortunately, you guys can't see everything that I'm doing. Yeah? It's boxing. So I could actually explain to you, when I'm talking to you guys about a fight, I'm actually explaining to you what the guys be doing in that fight. Right? Another thing Derevyanchenko will do, besides going weak side, is just step around. And it's specific footwork for stepping around. I wish I could show you my footwork. But it's specific footwork for stepping around. So you minimize how much movement you do. You minimize how much energy you use. You see like how I'm doing it. My movements are too excessive. If you're going to slip a punch, Derevyanchenko would slip the punch, right? So he would come, Gennady Golovkin is right in front of him. Well, not right in front of him, but you know what I mean. Derevyanchenko is always taking an angle. He's either over here or he's over here to you. So he's off in an angle. Nonetheless, let's say that Gennady Golovkin is in front of me. I'm here, but really I'm on the side of Gennady Golovkin, right? Anyway, he's in front of me, right? He throws the jab, right? There's a counter over the jab. I can come. He throws the jab, and I do like this. Ha! And I dig to the body, left hook. So he throws his jab. I slip off to the side. He could throw a two, but if he throws a two, what happened? It go by me, right? Because I slipped that two, and then I rip to the body, right? So the 1-2 is gonna go by me, unless he hooks me, right? In which case, as I'm about to hit this shot, I may have to go like this and slip off to the side, just in case he want to hook me, right? So if I'm in the middle of the shot, I slip the shot, and I'm here, and he wants to hook me. He want to hook me with a right hook. I can always go like this, and then ha! All right? You got it? Of course, If I keep the 2 guard here, it blocks the hook. So I can come here, and now, ha, still, ha, and off to the side still. Or, ha, under, up. Under, up. So you have the under, up movements. You got the bob and weave. You got to practice that. Okay? You can bob and weave with shifting to get a much more powerful stance. Bob and weave, and shifting coming in. Or you can bob and weave staying in the stance. Okay? You can't see it all. Let me see if I can get it so you can see it all. There's so much stuff over here. You can see it now. Alright, so you can see my whole body now. Alright? So I was saying, bob and weave. You can bob and weave like this. Or you can bob and weave shifting. Okay? Let me do it again from out here. Okay? Shit. Okay. You guys adjust your pace, right? So I'm showing you again from out here. So you can see me, right? You can see me. So, okay? Or, okay? Keep your earmuffs on, or you can go, okay? So, that's bobbing and weaving. And you don't want to bob and weave too much. It burns a lot of energy. There's dipping. This is different. All right? This way I'm dipping. I'm going to dip below the punch. All right? Then there's chucking and chiving. Okay? Chucking and chiving. All right? So there's all these little things. Of course, off the jab. Low to high. Okay? Southpaw stance. Alright? Staying on the borderline. Some people like to do this. You don't have to. You don't have to telegraph anything. Alright? So, there's all those little things you do in boxing. It's boxing, you know? And as you can see, I'm winded. The real boxers, they don't break a sweat from that little demonstration I just did. But for guys like me, they take a lot out of you. So big guys, some big guys can get very small. Errol Spence one of those dudes. And small guys, you can get really small. And you can't compete with a small guy who gets small because he's going to get lower than you every single time. And that's what Henry Armstrong had over those bigger guys. He had a small size. He was able to get below them and then work them and turn them because he had the center of gravity advantage. Anyways, but he was physically strong for his small size. So what I'm telling you is that like guys like Derevyanchenko, if you notice, Derevyanchenko would jab with a shotgun jab from low to high. He tried to stay off the center line and throw his shots. Sometimes he take his right hand and use it as a jabbing hand. He's not really in a southpaw stance, but he double up or triple up the right hand to also get on the inside, shift in, and start working a Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin was very much aware that Derevyanchenko was a real problem. He's a problem for everybody in the division, and hopefully people will still face him. thing with Derevchenko is he starts kind of slow, like they say. Sometimes he gets dropped. It's not because he's particularly hurt, but he gets dropped. And it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing where he's been dropped in a couple fights, so he's kind of susceptible to getting dropped. It's just a mental thing. Like Tito Trinidad used to get dropped and he'd get back up and win the fight and stuff like that. So, but yeah. So I can break down for you why I said that Derevchenko won the fight against Triple G comprehensively, because a lot of times Triple G be coming down center and Derevchenko just pivot around him and be landing punches. Triple G would be throwing punches, but very few of those punches would be landing. So Triple G had a lot of action, at least when he wasn't on the total defensive. Sometimes Triple G be coming forward, right? Because many times in the fight he was going backwards. When he started pressing the action, he started coming forwards. Derevchenko would still pot shot him and then start crashing him and turn him around and land body punches. Once he got a body punch in, Triple G would go back on the defensive. There was times when he sucked it up and decided, I'm going to walk this motherfucker down. Triple G was saying that in his mind. And he would be successful for a couple, because Derevchenko might be winded or whatever. He'd be successful for a couple punches and stuff. And Derevchenko would just turn back around after he got enough rest and just keep on beating his ass up. And that's what I saw in the fight. As I said before, if you guys know boxing, this wasn't it was an action-packed fight. It wasn't competitive in my opinion. It wasn't competitive because Triple G was mostly covering up most of the night, mostly taking punches most of the night. I mean, he landed one or two shots. Yeah, they were powerful, but for most of the fight, he went out landing Derevchenko. They were saying Derevchenko was a busier fighter. It's not just he was a busier fighter. He was landing more than Triple G. I know the punch stats say one thing, but my eyes showed me something else. All right? There was a round where Triple G didn't even throw but 5 punches, if so much. He didn't even throw a jab. You know what I'm saying? And yet they have him in the punch stats out-throwing Derevchenko in that round. I'm like, nah, that didn't happen. So it's what it is. But at the end of the day, punch stats can give us some information on how successful Derevchenko was. I don't just throw those punch stats out the window. There's a guide, and it can tell you something about the fight. And then I thought that Triple G definitely didn't win that fight. And I thought it was a robbery. I thought Derevchenko was robbed. And a lot of people don't want to say, some people don't want to say that, but I'm comfortable saying that. I'm comfortable saying that. It wasn't a close fight at all. Right? I'm comfortable saying that. Right? A lot of people want to say what they want to say, but at the end of the day, that wasn't a close fight. And with Terence Crawford, okay, I don't want to break down Terence Crawford's style. I don't think it's fair. I think it should be stayed as it is. Boxers know what they know anyway. So I'm not going to break down Terence Crawford's style. But what I say to you guys is that I just believe that Terence Crawford will get beat by Errol Spence at this point in time, and Sean Porter. And since he hasn't faced Keith Thurman or Danny Garcia, I got to give them the nod. They're the ones that face the better competition. Terence Crawford never faced competition like that in his career, so I gotta go with those guys. I'm not going to go with Terence Crawford, the undefeated fighter, because I don't think he has proven himself against that kind of competition, not level of competition. He's faced that level of competition before, that kind of competition, and I think he trades too damn much to be somebody who is not going to get hurt by those guys. And I know against Benavidez, he wasn't trading as much. He was very careful, but I don't see what they're saying. I just don't understand. This dude, okay, Danny Garcia knocked out Amir Khan in 4 rounds. Terence Crawford couldn't even knock his ass out. It went to 7. This is at a higher weight class where guys hit harder. I'm just saying. This is an Amir Khan that got knocked out several times. Make up that what you may. All right? Took 4 rounds for Danny Garcia to knock out Amir Khan. Think about that. Just K says Spence will need to move his head to be on the up and up for Pac, and the Porter fight show that. Yeah, he don't. And then he used the high guard defense mainly as his defense when he's moving back. He does use the rolls and stuff like that too. He does roll punches and stuff both ways, but Yeah, he does need to move his head. That is for sure. Cause he got tagged by Porter many times because he wasn't moving his head enough. I agree. So that's what I gotta say. Terence Crawford's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's a good fighter. He's a great fighter. I think he's going to go into the boxing Hall of Fame for sure. Not right now, but a little bit later on. He got to do a little bit more. Make sure he is certified to place himself in the boxing Hall of Fame. But as to Terence Crawford, punking out Errol Spence. He knows Errol Spence is not going to face him this year. He knows that, right? So why are you doing that? Like, why are you punking him? I don't understand the Bob Arum method of doing things. I don't understand the Triple G method of doing things where you're trying to punk out a guy like Canelo. Canelo's not going to face you, man. He's not going to face you. Get over it. Face some other guys, right? Canelo already talking about sleeping Triple G. He said, if I face him again, I'm gonna put him to sleep. Poopy sister says, you going off on these fools, man. It's not that I'm trying to go off on the fool. I'm just trying to share with people boxing. It's boxing. That's all I'm trying to do. You got clowns out here that be talking stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I'm just trying to share with people some boxing, right? I want to open people's eyes to boxing, the actual boxing, right? Right? So if that's why I would like to show things, because when I show stuff, then people can see what it is that the fight really was about. So now people can actually look at the fight and understand. Triple G's a mid-range fighter. He want to keep it mid-range. Derevyanchenko's an inside fighter, but he can also fight a little bit on the outside. But he really want to get on the inside and work. Who was doing what? Derevyanchenko was doing what he wanted to do. He was on the inside against Triple G. Triple G had no answer on the inside because he's not an inside fighter, right? Triple G wants to break you down from a distance, mid-range. Derevyanchenko never gave him the chance. Derevyanchenko moved to the side. He pivoted around him, all right? Terence Crawford, while he can fight inside fighting, while he can fight on the outside, while he can fight at mid-range, Terence Crawford is a fighter that likes to engage other fighters. He does assess you, but he wants to engage you. That kind of fighter means he gonna try and go toe-to-toe with Errol Spence if he need to fight Errol Spence. And if he goes toe-to-toe with Errol Spence, he's going to get destroyed. Danny Garcia is the same kind of fighter, except he's even more a toe-to-toe fighter than Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford can box you on the outside, but if Errol Spence puts the action and makes Terence Crawford have to fight him, Terence Crawford will oblige and he will fight him. The problem with that is when he starts to fight Errol Spence, that's where Errol Spence shines the best. That's where he gets his body punches in. That's how he was able to wear down Sean Porter to the extent where he could drop him. And that's the same thing he would do to Terence Crawford. Little ass Terence Crawford will get softened up, and then in the 11th and 12th round, Errol Spence would be crashing his ass trying to get him out of there. The same thing would happen. That's what he did with Mikey Garcia. That's the same thing would happen with Danny Garcia. Errol Spence would be, the fight would look competitive, for, rounds 1 to 10. Errol Spence be gathering that data, working that body. And in the 11 and 12, Errol Spence going to press on the gas to try and get them guys out of there. And Danny going to take punishment. He's going to take punishment. Right? He's going to take some serious punishment. And Danny can punch. But he gonna get chopped the fuck up. He gonna get cut up by Errol Spence. Errol Spence using them knives, right? And that's what people don't understand. Sean Porter's a totally different beast. What Sean Porter did is not something that you can just replicate with any other fighter. Everybody talking about Errol Spence is, the Terence Crawford is quick like Sean Porter. Homie, Sean Porter be employing a different game. He have a different set of skill sets. Terence Crawford don't bob and weave. Terence Crawford slips punches. He don't bob and weave. Okay, he don't slip and slide. Okay, he don't dip and slip. He don't do that shit. Okay, he does slip punches. He don't dip and slip. Okay, Terence uses a high guard kind of. Anyway, never mind. So I'm just saying, if you don't understand what's going on in that ring, you're gonna say all kinds of shit that don't make no damn sense for somebody who know boxing. You understand? Terence ain't ready for Errol right now. Maybe next year, if he build enough strength and he need at least face one good opponent, man. You gotta face somebody that's worthy to get him ready for Errol Spence or Keith Thurman or. And then I gotta see Sean Porter, man. You need somebody. Sean Porter was a really great test for Pacquiao. But these guys, man, it is what it is, though. People gonna talk boxing, and a lot of people, oh man. Anyways, man, I'll catch you guys later. We're gonna talk some more boxing. Don't forget to check out Master Boxing, Coach Eric Bradley. That man knows his boxing because he is in boxing. All right. You can also check out Precision Striking. You can check out Carrie Williams. You can check out World Class Boxing. All of them in my subscription feed. You can check out also, did I say Precision Striking? Moreno Boxing. All these guys, they share bits and pieces of boxing, and you can try and take them and incorporate them into your work regimes. For me, I also check out Mike Rashad for physical fitness, for sports, so I can get myself in order and fit enough. All right, guys, man, I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.